Okay, Libra, let's jump right into the Three of Swords. I think that's probably the one that a lot of people are really wanting to know the most about. Whether it's advice to get over it, whether it's more information about the Three of Swords. What's really interesting about this reading, Libra, is that I'm not getting anybody. I'm getting an offering of some kind, so maybe I'll clarify that after I do the Three of Swords. But like, in all honesty, I don't know who are the players here. Who are the players in your life? Who are the main characters in this movie? You know, let's see. Let's look at the Three of Swords. Clearly that one wants to come out. Okay. Well, clearly that one wanted to come out. Yes, the Devil. And of course, the Three of Swords is always very closely associated with our own restrictions. You know, our heartbreaks are indicative of our emotional attachments. They're indicative of our hopes being shattered, and they're indicative of betrayals and a lot of really negative things. But the negative things that have positive implications. See, the thing with the Devil card is that once you learn how to break free from it, once you learn how to break free from the darkness, from the sadness, from this, the intensity, it is without a doubt one of the best experiences of your lifetime. And we all have very preset kind of time frames in our life, right? Our soul chose to incarnate exactly when it chose to incarnate, specifically because it knew that these transits would occur and that these types of energies would be at play. So it's important for you to polarize yourself toward the positive. And I know that just saying, oh, think positive, be happy, yada, 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 can get quite frustrating for a lot of people. But really, that is your saving grace. To see the good in the situation, to see the good that came out of it, to not hold grudges, to not hang on, all these things, you know, because you're only holding yourself back. You're the one doing it to yourself. It's possible, again, I'll clarify, but now I'm feeling a very strong connection with the Page of Cups and the Three of Swords. I feel like the Page of Cups is a do-over. And it's your opportunity to, I guess the word would be prove, to prove to yourself of the progress that you've made. I don't really know how else to describe that. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm being clear. Someone resurfaces, someone reconnects, but only to act as a mirror, right? That's the thing with the Devil, is the Devil is our as above, so below. And when circumstances appear in our physical world, it is an exact reflection of what's going on deep within our psyche, deep within our subconscious. And so we need, if we're having a life of upheaval, we need to be like, okay, what's going on inside of me right now that is in a war with itself, right? And if we have peaceful circumstances, well, then it means we're at peace. You know, I'm reading this book called The Law of One. If you haven't read it, you definitely should. And they talk about how the current environment in the world, you know, the hurricanes and floods and fires and volcanoes and all these crazy weather things and the warming of the earth and all this, you know, like we're all worried about emissions and, you know, yes, no, of course, we should definitely not be doing those things to the earth. But in reality, the environmental changes don't really have a lot to do with that specifically, nor the solar radiation that other people claim as well, but rather has a lot to do with the chaos in the world. And energetically, we are creating storms because our humanity is in a storm-like state. And the environment and the world and the earth reflects the state of humanity. And that really hit home. I just read that a couple nights ago. I was like, holy cow, that's so true. And for Libra specifically, when it's this one-on-one, me plus you, But see, both sides of the scales are equal, right? They're both coins. They're both the same. I am you and you are me. We are the same soul. We are the same person, right? And so the connection here is recognizing yourself in that other person, and hopefully they'll recognize themselves in you, and you'll see yourselves as one. Whereas before, you saw the person or the situation as that is you and this is me and we are different. But the more in line you can become with no, we are the same, the more peaceful this situation becomes, and the more at peace with the outcome you can be. And therefore, the more healing that can occur. The more you can forgive. And when you forgive others, you forgive yourself. There's so much sadness around that Three of Swords. It's possible that this reconnection of yours, or this outreach or this offer or whatever, I'm wondering if it doesn't quite have the effect that you were, maybe hoping, because it does resurface a lot of ugly feelings and a lot of the longing that you felt. And it reminded you of how much pain you were in. It reminded you of how much stress and sadness you experienced. But yet there is still a very, very detached nature. And whenever this Ten of Coins comes out, I always look at this old man. And I don't know why, but he seems to be so uninvolved. And he's always the figure that I look at, especially if we were to get the Emperor. I'd be like, oh yeah, for sure. Like, Libra, you're so like detached right now. It's like in a period of observation more than anything. Like, you've already made your way through the other side of this portal, and now you're looking backwards, right? And energetically, you may still be connected, but you know that you're actually in a totally different place. And so there's an observing quality happening here, as though you're looking at yourself or viewing yourself as having those emotions rather than really experiencing those emotions, right? And that's, I think, what I mean by the full arsenal. And that's what I mean by true self-awareness, right? You're now analyzing the emotions that may still be similar, may still be the same, but you're now in control. You are now the master of those things, which means you've done exactly what that past 8 years was trying to get you to do. Okay? So, I mean, it's hard, but wow, how beautiful at the same time. So let's look at this Page of Cups and see what that really represents. That seems to be the catalyst for all of this, the catalyst for why this all happens and why this all occurs. That's the resurfacing of something. I don't know. I feel like there's a very real offer on the table for you. Oh no. I take that back. I don't know. Look, you are on very stable ground. I'm not worried about you one iota. Everyone seems to be way more stable than they think. They're not giving themselves enough credit for what they feel, this restlessness, they feel this craziness, they feel upside down. But at the end of the day, they're very firmly planted. King of Swords comes out and tells me that an offer, a connection, a message, a text message, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, comes to you. Be on guard with it. It still makes you feel this way. It's still going to kind of cause a little bit of a spiral, right? But be on guard with it, because yes, it's real, and yes, it's genuine, and I feel a very warm sensation with this card. But still, the person on the other side of that is not as quite as evolved as you might hope that they are. There might be this facade of connection of some kind, but they're not quite there yet. I don't know. There seems to be a higher level of wisdom on your end than on their end. You guys did not grow at the same rate. You did not grow at the same pace. And that can be very frustrating for someone who did all the hard work. And you can look at someone and be like, how did you not go through that work the past 8 years? How did you not do it? You know? Let's see what else. I feel like there needs more. There's an essence of really standing firm. Look, I think you've earned the reward. You know, I feel like in many ways, the fact that you can have these feelings resurface, the fact that you can feel kind of out of whack, but yet still maintain your zen, still maintain your cool and detach yourself in that kind of way, that self-master kind of way, that is the reward. Okay, the reward is not getting them back. The reward is not continuing down the path that was before. It's how you now handle it, because I do think the emotions are the same. I do think the intensity or the attachment, the love, the caring, all of it, it's the same. But you are not the same. And there's such a difference between the ego and the emotions and the higher self. And I'm feeling a higher self quality with this 9 of Cups here. So regardless of how upside down you may feel, it is within the power of the will for you to overcome. Please do not forget all the positive things that are coming your way. Can we look at that, actually? I know I was going to clarify some other things, but I'm feeling inspired to do other things. Ace of Wands. See, the Ace of Wands is on the other side of the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups, forgiveness is key. You must express gratitude for the experience of this devil, the experience of the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Can I just point out how much black there is? This was an energy vampire, whatever this was. This person, this relationship was an energy vampire. It sucked the life out of you. It drained you. It pulled your scales so far out of balance. It like threw you up against the wall and broke your jaw kind of thing. Like, that's how bad I think it was on an emotional level and a mental level. It's how it affected you. And you've already moved past it. You've already moved on. And the resurfacing of it, I don't really think, yes, you feel it, but it doesn't faze you. You're still soldiering on. See all the red here, the red robe, red robe, red robe. This is all you. And you're following this passion, right? That root chakra Mars color. You are soldiering on with your head held high, very proud. And you should be proud, Libra. You absolutely should be proud. This I always call my emotional trophy case. Like when you go into a basketball court or, you know, in a high school gym or whatever, and they have all their trophies on display. You know, it's not about the trophy. It's not about the conquest or the victory. What it's about is the blood, sweat, and tears that went into earning those. And clearly there was blood, sweat, and tears. Clearly. So keep that head held high. Stay proud. You are more wise than you're giving yourself credit for, most likely. You probably don't even know that you're operating with a full deck. You probably don't even know. You don't even know the power that you have right now and the influence that you have. This is a card of someone who has outgrown something. You've outgrown this. It doesn't fit anymore. You've grown taller. You've grown prouder. You've grown so big spiritually that it's bursting at the seams, right? It's just kind of obliterating the situation. This isn't even really that big a deal anymore. Yeah, it may feel intense right now, but they'll get over it. Okay. The Magician, the mental alchemist, right? There's still tension in the air, you guys. It's not like, okay, Libra, you're over it, you move on. No, like I do think still that there is a little bit of an internal struggle, and that internal struggle will manifest itself externally as well. That there will be some discussion, something, I don't know how it's going to come out, but it's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be really, really important for you to enjoy the good things in life right now, and to be with friends, to connect with the people that truly, genuinely love you on an unconditional level, not romantic. I don't see a Three of Cups ever really romantic so much. It's about friends, and it's about being with like-minded individuals and people that have grown, right? This is a card of celebration. This is a card of celebration. Please celebrate. Please go out, have fun, enjoy your life. My God, like life is too short to be spending on this kind of nonsense that you have already moved past, right? And people can, I do think people are frustrated. Like there's a jealousy quality, I think, of the people that haven't grown toward the people who have grown. I don't know that that can really be avoided right now, you know? And because you are so kind and you are like a helping sign, again, Virgo in the 12th house, you do want to pull people up with you. And so there can be a little bit of a self-sacrificial nature where you're like self-sacrificing your own progress for the sake of helping other people. But you know what? You cannot make their decisions for them, right? We are all agents of free will. We all have this ability to polarize ourselves toward progress, toward the positive, toward the good things. Everyone has that. And not everyone uses it. Not everyone understands that. Well, you've learned the lessons on how to do that, so you're doing it. And so you are moving on, and people don't like to see people moving on or moving on without them, right? So you have to be careful of wanting to pull someone up with you, because by doing that, you actually could be holding yourself back. You have to just, like I said, dispense information, whatever it is you can give them, dispense whatever it is they need, and then they need to take that tool and do something with it. So you're already at work. You've got your own tools. You've got your own job to do. So you do need to focus on that as well. And, you know, being with friends right now and alleviating as much stress as possible will be really, really healthy for you. Can we focus on this Two of Cups? She keeps catching my eye, and as it's a card of Libra, I'm like, I didn't talk about it too much in the general, but I really do need to talk about it here now. Since we're kind of coming to a close here, we need to figure out what this Two of Cups, and the card of Libra, beautiful. A card of Venus, a card of creation, of beauty and elegance. I do think surrounding yourself with aesthetics, things that are aesthetically pleasing to you it's going to be healthy for you, like clean lines, things that make you feel at home, things that make you feel at peace. You may want to be spending some time at home. Again, hermit moding, right? If you are in fact in hermit mode, you may want to spend some time a little bit in that mode, just kind of getting the energy right, because as a compensation mechanism for kind of this sort of out of whack situation that's occurring here. You are a creative force. You are the nurturer of kindness toward others, right? Me +1, Libra. You are the nurturer of understanding of self and others. And it is important for you to understand your true value here, so that when you are feeling posed with some kind of decision, that it won't be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. Two of Swords never has to be hard. If you're aligned with truth, if you're aligned with your intuition, if you're aligned with the greater good, it's a very easy decision. And the Empress knows. Empress upright, she knows. She knows what needs to be done. There's no question there. And the nurturing quality of the Queen of Cups. Ten of Wands reversed. Put the load down. There's no need to burden yourself. Indulge in the Ten of Coins. Don't indulge in the Ten of Wands. Indulge in the having, not necessarily in the work. You've already done the work, guys. You know, and work will always continue. It will always continue. All of life is work. But I think the hardest part, at least for now, is, you know, it's kind of coming to an end, and you can enjoy for at least a while the fruits of your labor. So do that. I know you care. See, that's probably the problem, right? That's probably what this is. Two of Swords against the Two. Are you a caregiver? Are you a nurturer? Are you a mother? Or are you a strong, independent person? Are you a strong, independent entity? Yes, both creators of life. Yes, both nurturers, but in different ways. This is more powerful here than this one. See, I think even the moon is even closer to this side in a weird way. I'm like, be the Empress, don't be the Queen of Cups. She's beautiful, she's good, she's not bad. It's just she maybe cares a little too much. But you have to draw the line somewhere. You have to draw the line in terms of how much you're really willing to help. Okay? I don't know if this is the same person or someone different. I feel like there is an interest here, though. There's a connection with someone. There is from afar, an admiring quality. It might not be romantic, guys, but there's a respect from afar. Okay, look, hold on. This is intuitive. I don't know how this is going to play out for you guys. This, I think, is kind of the channel, right? It's either two people or one person. This is two sides of the same person, fire and air, Leo and Aquarius qualities. I think they see a wisdom in you. I think there's an attachment toward you because of what you offer them. Be careful of their selfish motivations, but also it is your duty also to teach. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to show you this. I just happened to see the bottom of the deck. So maybe some of you will be rekindling something in spite of this. It's like you moved past something, so now you're able to really understand and really enjoy what this could be from a different perspective, because now there's no more emotional attachment. Maybe. Or maybe it is someone else come into play. Someone else is curious. Someone else wants to see what you've got going on. Someone else is interested in who you are and what you've got. So I think there's success coming in for you. This could be the Ace of Wands. New passion, new love, new direction. Okay, so I mean, really, really an amazingly positive way to end this reading. So I'm going to leave you with that. I absolutely wish you nothing but the best. You totally deserve it. And that's it. Take care, you guys. Bye.